You have to find it within yourself. If I've got to tell you to get up, and I've got to tell you to go to work, and I've got to tell you to do everything, then until that person stops telling you, you're never going to be able to achieve anything. So that's the best piece of advice I've been given, is find it within yourself to be motivated. You've been blessed with a brain, heart for emotions, spiritual connections.
Left hook head, left hook body. Good. Body head. Good. And again.
So connect with like the positive forces in the world and find motivation to try and achieve something while you're here. That's the best piece of advice I've been given.
With just 2 weeks remaining before Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul shakes up the boxing world, AJ isn't simply training. He's locked in like a man perfecting a masterpiece.
There is a saying, I would say, there's a saying that a happy fighter makes a dangerous fighter, in the sense that if you put them in the right environment and their brain is receptive of what they're being taught, they're going to be more in tune with what they're going through. So I'm actually like, give me more, give me more, give me more.
That's his mindset in everything he does, whether it's training, whether it's work, whether it's helping other people. He just always wants to go that extra yard.
That's it. And again. Good. And again. Good. 2 more. 1 more of them. Good.
Over in Spain, Joshua has tapped into the expertise of Usyk's team, sharpening every movement with surgical precision. He's tightening his combinations, refining his footwork, and absorbing that slick, high IQ rhythm that separates great fighters from the truly...
I'm just focused on myself. I'm confident in myself. Jake could be 10th. I'm confident in myself. That's what I'm saying. It's not about how he is. I just really like, I've got a good team. I've been through ups and downs. I've stood the test of time. I'm passionate. I'm hungry. And I'm still here ready to fight my heart out. So I'm confident in that.
This is far from a routine camp or casual tune-up. Joshua is redefining his edge, moving cleaner, thinking sharper, adapting smarter as he locks in with laser-focused intent. While chatter grows louder and the spotlight intensifies, AJ's blueprint stays simple: improve, adjust, and show up sharper than ever.
Sometimes fighters will have a silent agreement where it's like, all right, you're not going to punch, I'm not going to punch. And we're just looking at each other. I'm not that kind of fighter. I'm going to be putting pressure on you even when you're not punching. So it'll be interesting to see how he deals with that type of pressure. And it takes a seasoned type of athlete to know how to deal with that. And boxing is not just the punches you see, it's the feinting, it's the distance, it's the, oh my God, through that jab. Yeah, the intangibles. It's going to be really interesting to see how he deals with the intangibles.
And if the version we're seeing in Spain walks into the ring on fight night, trust me, the atmosphere won't just be electric, it'll be different. But just when the narrative seems steady, Ryan Garcia and the crew come crashing into the conversation, turning everything into a chaotic, late-night boxing debate, with energy levels flying off the...
Look it, he loses to AJ. Where does he go from here? You know, like, who does he fight? You're going to go back down to 135?
The problem is not that he loses to AJ. The problem is the way he's going to lose to AJ might be life-changing, you know? So that's the real issue.
It can be life-changing in many ways, right? Physically.
Yeah.
You know? See what he did in Nagano? You know? It's like... But then again, like, if he gets knocked out, he gets knocked out. No anything.
So I'm sitting here just like you, listening to them go back and forth, thinking, are we really in a timeline where people are entertaining a Jake Paul miracle moment? They're talking chaos, destiny, once-in-a-generation shockwaves. And honestly, it's hilarious and nerve-wracking at the same time. One side sees calculated, elite preparation, while the other is crafting a full-blown Hollywood. What if the impossible happens? Trailer. The contrast is pure entertainment.
It's a whole different ballgame. And when Jake gets hit by Anthony, like, do we even know how he can react to a big punch yet? We don't. He's never even got hit yet, like in a real fight. He's never taken a real punch. So that's what I'm saying. What do we think about, like, oh, AJ shot and, you know, he's getting knocked out a lot. But what about you? Or how are you going to react when that big shot hits you? You think you're going to snap back into it and know what to do? No, not going to happen.
You can feel this weird mix of respect, disbelief, and nervous laughter floating around. And that's exactly why this matchup is magic. We're watching hype crash into reality, confidence collide with experience in every voice. And the boxing world sounds half serious and half braced for a plot twist, straight out of a sports drama. Whether you're calm, panicked, or expecting a historic shock, you're locked in. And so am I. Because this isn't just a fight. It's a heavyweight soap opera with 10-ounce gloves.
Who sleeps? Anthony just sleeps?
If Jake Paul beats Anthony Joshua, it would be the biggest upset in the history of sports.
In the history of sports, correct?
Not just boxing, in sports.
And Jake
that'd be
Paul,
crazy.
bro, ever. It'll be over. Jake Paul will be the greatest athlete of all time.
Just when we're processing Joshua, grinding in Spain like a man on a mission, the conversation suddenly flips into full Joe Rogan mode. Instantly, the vibe changes from focused execution to what universe are we in right now? I'm watching Joe react with that exact expression we all have, like someone hit random on a boxing video game matchup and didn't bother checking the settings.
Stickly. It's one of the craziest propositions of all time. You take a guy who just had a boxing match that looks like a sparring match with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, and then you're going to fight the absolute scariest knockout artists in the heavyweight division. Maybe we should watch the Francis Ngannou fight so you could see. Let's watch that real quick, just so you can see what Anthony Joshua is capable if he's fighting someone that's not in his.
Joshua stays calm, dialed in, and locked into his purpose, while Jake Paul's name brings this strange mix of curiosity and disbelief. We all pretend we're not fascinated by how bold this matchup is, but we are. And when Joe breaks it down with that "I can't believe I'm saying this" tone, it feels like the calm before a storm you can't look away from. Confidence and credibility are shaking hands in the weirdest, most unexpected way.
The tape of Paul Joshua.
I was gonna say they got him to weigh a grade of 245. That's only like 7 pounds less.
Yeah, that's nothing. And there's some sort of a rehydration clause. Listen, kids, it ain't gonna matter. You know, there's not a chance that Anthony Joshua just lose the weight beforehand. He's not gonna come in drained. What he's gonna do is just do extra cardio, and that's just gonna make him more dangerous. He's gonna be terrifying. And he's going to have a lot to prove. He's going to be very angry that Jake Paul wants to fight him.
Joe's analysis has that signature flavor that makes you lean closer to the screen and double-check reality. Everyone watching knows this fight can only go two ways: a disciplined masterclass, or
I think there's any chance in the world, knowing what Anthony Joshua is a specialist at. He's a specialist at putting knuckles through your fucking brain, and that's what he's going to try to do to Jake Paul. And anything other than that, if from a 34-year-old Anthony Joshua, I think it's a fixed fight. Whether or not Joshua he can do it, whether or not, Jake Paul shocks the world and shows us that he really does know how to box really well and moves really good and uses his jab and blows us all away with a strategy and